Manchester United's plan to get Ugarte, their top midfield target, uncovered. We're going to go into detail as to what the actual plan is from this point now with the midfielder from PSG. Updates on other midfield options as well with Amrabat and Fofana. Interesting news on both of them. Branthwaite, interesting things happening there. I want to talk in detail about what Manchester United's plan is there and what they've put in place. Ready, crafty, and I think this is Omar Barada well and truly at work on this one. More details on that as well. Other updates as well regarding Obi Martin, what's going on there. We're looking at Dumfries and Aaron Wan-Bissaka also on that situation there. More information that's come out from the Athletic there as well. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along to your evening show, everybody. Updating you on all Manchester United content throughout the day, live 3 times a day at 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 6:30. Make sure that you give this video a like. I want a nice, easy 600 likes on this video. It is free content, so please do support the channel and give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, you might as well also subscribe as well, because you want to be in the know of everything going on with Manchester United. I have got you completely covered. Let's get into the show. I am currently at the airport, so this is a pre-recorded premiere video, guys. Sorry it's not live, but I can see all of your guys chat in the live chat right now while this is going on, so I'm going to go back on this when we land and obviously go through all of your comments as well and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So get involved with the chat, guys. We're talking, first of all, Manuel Ugarte. He has been literally the name on everyone's lips throughout the whole transfer window since we bid for him, or apparently touched base with PSG over a month ago now. Manchester United's #1 midfield target. We know about Amrabat. We know that he is on the line, and United are playing this very, very cleverly. They're willing to wait. There's a report come out from Gimme Sport, which has gone into detail and looked into on this with Manchester United. They know that Ugarte is pretty much agreed to join Manchester United. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. So United and the plan now is, and there is rumours that the price will drop as much pressure as United put onto PSG. So we are going to wait until the back stages of the transfer window to let this price drop. United are in no rush. Don't expect to see Ugarte. You might not even see Manuel Ugarte start this season for Manchester United. You could see him after the first international break, 3 weeks into the season, because United will take this all the way to deadline day. They do not care. They will force PSG's hand by sitting tight. Ineos will not budge. They will not buckle. It's as simple as that. You can say that Bayern Munich are being hardball with De Ligt. You can say that the PSG are being hardball with Manuel Ugarte, like we're talking about now, but Ineos will not move. They are just putting the pieces on the board in place and they're ready for checkmate. That's what this is. They know that PSG need to fund their signings of Desiree Doué, who we've got another bidding for, like we spoke last night about. And obviously they have brought in João Neves as well. So they need to fund their signings. And United know Ugarte doesn't want to go anywhere else. We'll sit tight. We'll wait it out till the end of the window. I don't know if you guys think that's a risky move or not. With Ugarte committing to United, do you think anyone else can turn his head? Say, for instance, a Liverpool comes in, or I don't think Real Madrid will come in. Manchester City may come in. I don't know. Do you reckon it's a risky game United are playing? Or are you confident that when United and Ineos negotiate with players, talk to players, they are confident in getting this deal done? Do you feel like that is the scenario with United right now, and you are confident that when we speak to a player, they are fully on board with coming to Manchester United? It's up to you. You guys get your comments in and let me know on that one. But that apparently is the plan for Manchester United moving forward. It's exactly the same with Matthijs de Ligt. They know that Bayern Munich, oh yes, they have just sold Mazraoui to West Ham. They still need to move players on. Matthijs de Ligt, like Ugarte, wants to go nowhere. We may not hear anything significant regarding these signings, and journalists will keep on putting stuff out and we'll keep updating and talking about it. But literally, until Bayern Munich or PSG buckle, nothing will happen, because United won't buckle. They will not submit to a higher bid. They are not going to do it. It was the same with Branthwaite. They're going to do the same with De Ligt. They're going to do the same with Ugarte. They are standing firm and won't budge. So if anyone does budge, it will be from the other side. That's a fact. That's what Manchester United are dealing with right now. Their bids are in, and if it's not agreed with the club, they'll sit on it and wait. Euro was agreed straight away because it was the right bid for them. They made a move above another club in Real Madrid, which were obviously twisting Lille's arm and obviously getting into the head of Lenny Euro, so they had to work differently with that. They went in with their own offer for Joshua Zirkzee, and this is it. We're not going to go any higher than what's been offered for De Ligt. We're not going to go any higher for what's offered for Manuel Ugarte. We still don't know for definite the exact amounts. There's only reports coming from both Germany and from PSG and the French side of things about what they are reporting. Nobody knows for sure what Man United's bids are, what them several offers were for Manuel Ugarte. It's interesting because right now we're looking at other options as well, and we've got Amrabat's agent talking like he's confident he can still come. There is no stopping Manchester United bringing Amrabat in as long as they get their bid accepted for Manuel Ugarte. That's the noise is coming out. That Amrabat can still be brought in as long as they get their price, what they want to pay for Ugarte, over the line. So that one can still move, and that one has still got a bit of traction on that. So it could just be Amrabat if PSG do not move on it and they don't call a bluff. It could be both. Still could be both. That's what's being said anyway. And obviously with De Ligt, well, we know where we're at with that one. We are looking at other centre-backs. We talked about Antonio Silva this morning. I think this literally could be just because United are trying to force Bayern Munich. Look, they will let it know, like they did with Gerard Branthwaite, that they have got other options out there and they will bid for other players. We had 3 bids in place at one time for centre-backs at one point, in Branthwaite, in Euro and De Ligt. So Man United moving in on Silva. I know it's just a rumour from Portugal at the moment, but this will all be the people working at Manchester United in the structure, sending news and little tremors out there for everyone else to pick up on, that United will just not wait. They will move on to the next target like they did with Euro from Branthwaite, and that shocked Everton. We'll get on to Branthwaite's situation in a minute, but De Ligt, United will wait. They do not care. They do not care. So United are still going to actively try and sell players on just to strengthen their positions, but that's seen to be in a position where they will bring in fullbacks. Selling players doesn't necessarily mean, according to these sources, that Manchester United have to use that money towards the Ugarte and De Ligt. They are happy with the bids that they have put in with their financial situation that they're in. Anything else on top is for other players right now. That's the word coming out. And that's like what we said regarding Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Dumfries from Inter Milan. We heard earlier on from David Ornstein from The Athletic when he said that Aaron Wan-Bissaka had turned down an offer from West Ham, which was kind of weird because most of the reports coming out regarding Aaron Wan-Bissaka were that he wanted to stay in London, or sorry, move back to London from where he came from. But now it's been made clear that he wants to move to Inter Milan. Where Inter Milan's interest came from, it was out of the blue. We only found out about it this morning from David Ornstein of The Athletic. And it is now in a position where they are communicating with Inter Milan. There is an open conversation going on regarding a possible Wan-Bissaka and Dumfries, maybe plus cash offer going on. How much Dumfries is worth, we don't know, or what Inter Milan value him at. Maybe United could value Aaron Wan-Bissaka a bit more if it is a player swap situation. Maybe Dumfries is worth 30 million and Manchester United managed to get 20 million out of Wan-Bissaka. But does Dumfries then come in and replace Dalot? Will that mean that Dumfries is there on the right and Dalot is used as cover for both left and right? This is the situation we're in right now, and it all comes down again to Ten Hag in rotation of the squad. But you know where I'm going with that there. If you've got Dumfries and Dalot, and then you've got left-backs, do we need a left-back? Can we bring one in on loan just to make sure? If we brought in a left-back on loan after we'd secured the right-back, you've got then 2 right-backs in Dalot and Dumfries, and Dalot can cover left as well. One more left-back as cover as well for the ever-present Dalot on the right-hand side and Dumfries were fine there. But one more on the left definitely works for United. Is that the plan? Obviously, I'm thinking about this all in my head as a United fan, and obviously you guys do the same as well. And get me your permutations and what you think the structure is right now and how Manchester United are attacking this. Get me your ideas and get them in the comments section. Are United playing this crafter? It is a full-on sort of draft day right now, swapping players here and there. But as I see it, if there is genuine interest in Dumfries, which the Athletics say there is, so we have to take that as a yes, then I look at it and go, you've got Dalot, Dumfries for the right, interchanging, moving around. Dalot can play left as well. And if you bring in a left-back on loan, You've got ample cover for the left and plenty enough on the right-hand side as well, I would say. So I think that's United's idea with this. Going back to what I said with Matthijs de Ligt as well, alongside Ugarte, and playing the long game with them. Smart work from Ineos. Very, very smart work. And there's a lot more detail in what they are doing right now that we are not looking at. And I love to sort of delve and deep dive into different options and different ideas. We talked about Douay, the brother of Desiree Douay as well, Gellert Douay from Rennes. He's got one more year left on his contract. He could be a €5 million buy at right back. Would happily sit there at right back. Maybe Manchester United don't need, I'd say he'd happily sit there as a reserve right back for Dello. Maybe United don't need to spend that money on Dumfries. Maybe Manchester United will just sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Inter Milan and then go out and buy a cheaper right back. Like we talked about many already so far. So maybe that's the angle for Manchester United. You guys decide and let me know what you think it is all about and what you think is the best option for United or where you think they're actually going to go. But into like what Omar Barada and Dan Ashworth are probably implementing at Manchester United right now is that you look at the long game and what they're trying to do. And obviously, playing the long game through a transfer window with the likes of De Ligt and Ugarte, like we've said, that's fine. We all understand that because we do kind of need them positions. But what they're also doing is solidifying deals for later down the line as well. Jared Branthwaite to Manchester United is not dead. I don't think it'll happen this window. Not a chance, unless Everton get desperate and see that they have to. But United have their clause in on Branthwaite. It's reported in the Daily Mail that he's not going to accept a new deal at Everton. And after this season, he then enters the last 2 years of his current contract, where Everton need to make a decision. And that decision will be, do we cash in with 2 years left, or does that price tag start to drop and drop because he's then entering a position where he's going into his last year? I think that's when Everton have to sell. Branthwaite's stance, according to the Daily Mail, is he will not sign a new deal at Everton. Could United be lining up another centre-back for next summer in Jared Branthwaite? Am I speculating? Am I just thinking outside the box and going crazy in my fan world right now? Playing FIFA or Championship Manager a bit? You tell me. Can you see what Ineos are doing? I said to you in the earlier show earlier on today about Omar Barada turning away deals for Jorginho, then to bring in Rodri, not saying yes to Maguire, to then bring in Ruben Diaz the year later on every single one. They are putting things in place, not just for this window. They are working out the next windows all along. It's like having Sir Alex Ferguson back as manager. He's not just thinking of the next game. He's thinking of the game after that and then the one after that and putting players in different positions to sort of counteract different threats with opposition. This is what football structure brings. It's not short-term thinking. It's long-term thinking. And I think this is, when you look at it, and I sat there today, this afternoon, I was just like thinking about, wow, what's that Branthwaite news mean? Why are United even being linked with that? United have offered Branthwaite a certain wage, and he's not going to sign. Everton are not going to give Branthwaite anywhere near the money that he wants, because apparently he wants the same amount as what Manchester United are offering. He's trying to secure his future, obviously. And he knows that if he gets that money from Everton and they do buckle and sort of succumb to his demands, because he turns out to be a great player this season as well, even if they get relegated, they're going to have to sell him again, and he's only going to end up being taken by a big club anyway on similar wages. So his agent and what he's doing and what United have done in contacting that player have sort of worked out a little gem of a deal there. It's like, sorry mate, it isn't going to happen. Your club are standing firm. That's fair enough. But here's what we do from here. And in the long run, this could benefit Manchester United this way and you this way, because we'll stick to our guns on what we're offering you. And this deal may come around next season again. He'll still only be 22, 23. And it's a good time. He'll have more experience. And everyone would have been able to judge Jared Branthwaite. And if he has a stinker of a season, you walk away. There's no issue. He was a one-hit wonder and wasn't worth the money. Or he turns out to be a gem, still not signing that deal, and United come back in again next summer and go, right, what are you going to do now? 2 years left. What deal are you putting on the table now? And do you know what? Even if he waits out another year and says no, he's got age on his side. United can still bring him in. And by the time it comes around to it, even if it's 2 years down the line, Jared Branthwaite is still a young centre-back, but a young, experienced centre-back. And United would have even had more time to judge him and how good he is. All the while, he's not signing a new deal. All the while, that price tag is dropping and dropping and dropping. yes, other clubs can come in for him. But I just feel like the way that United are working it is they're structuring a deal that suits him. They're staying in contact with players. They're making sure that they're in the know of what Manchester United are doing. If United get into the Champions League, it's going to be even harder for Branthwaite to turn this away. And this is the plan for United. Yes, it all comes down to what happens on the pitch, which is why that story that came out earlier on about Ineos not being bothered about Manchester United making Champions League for Ten Hag, it's all about the progression of the players. Bollocks. Honestly, I don't believe any of it. If he doesn't get Champions League, I think he will be gone. They need the Champions League money. That story, I think, is completely dead because the Champions League attracts everyone even more. United are doing well now without it. Imagine what we'll be like with it. And then players will start putting pressure on the club. Maybe you'll start getting players putting transfer requests in. All of that stuff starts materialising constantly. So that, I feel, is where Manchester United are sort of moving with Gerard Branthwaite. It won't happen this summer unless Everton completely have a brain melt and have to sell for some reason or another to fund some financial fair play or bringing in other players. They know what asset they've got. They know they've got 50 million near enough on the table from United. And I think United would go for it if it was Branthwaite right now and say goodbye to Matthias de Ligt. But I think United also know that Everton don't want to buckle and go down that road. United know that they've got Bayern Munich on the hook. And they also know that they've got Ugarte lined up. So they'll wait it out. Let's get pre-season done. Let's try and move some players on and have ourselves in a position ready. And then bang, we'll go again. Let's be honest. Right now, United are going into the season with a pretty strong team. So no mad rush. If it takes the end of the window to solidify big deals that are going to be better for United long term, Ineos will wait it out. That's where we're at with that. Big up to Jason Wilcox as well. Regarding the Obi Martin deal, apparently it was him who made this happen. Well, he played a big part in making it happen. Obviously, we know through his reputation at Manchester City and running their academy, his contacts, his ties within the youth level systems in England. He has been in contact constantly with Obi Martin. He was there when he walked around Carrington. He has put the full convincing act onto Obi Martin, and this is why United are favourites with Romano and David Ornstein of The Athletic. This is where Manchester United are at right now. When a young player comes available, you've got Wilcox. When you've got other players that are actually playing at the top level right now, you've got Barad, you've got Dan Ashworth, you've got the best of the best. And what they do isn't just short-term fixed stuff. Their whole outlook is long-term planning. And that's why you've seen the likes of Mava and Ennis signing his new deal. The academy players that have shown real prospects and shown real qualities coming through and improvement. They're the players that are being signed up. We are getting a core of young players coming through. And let's not forget, we've signed 4 players for the academy already this summer as well. I can't for the life of me remember all the names. One of them was Earnshaw's son, who is apparently rapid. I think we've all seen that viral video of him doing the 100-metre sprint in pretty decent time, to be honest. But yeah, so looking at that, I would say United in very good position. 25-1, Manchester United's title odds come out from the bookies. If anyone fancies a bit of a punt, a bit of a long shot. But yeah, that's what Man United are at right now. Apparently there's no pressure, like I said, for Man United to get in the top 4. And that's why we're 25-1. I would expect a lot more. I think United, if everything comes off, so we kind of know who's coming in. Obviously, for midfield, you've got Fofana who's interested in going to United if the Ugarte deal does go south. We've got a backup in Amrabat and him ready to go. So there's a plan A, there's a plan B, there's a plan C. Everything in place right now for Manchester United. All we have to do as fans is just keep our ears to the ground, make sure that we're afoot of all information and everything going on. We'll get it in here. We'll talk about it on Forever United TV. Obviously involving you guys constantly with all of this stuff and make sure that we have a good old debate about it. But it is safe right now. I'm putting out that safety again for everybody just to make sure that you feel confident in what United are doing. It's annoying that players aren't leaving. And yes, we are 2 injuries away from 1 point next season having Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's back 4 again in Wan-Bissaka, in Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelof and Maguire. But I'm moving away from that. I want to look at it as the positive. Yoro and Martinez are going to stay fit. So is Shaw. We're going to have Ugarte in midfield. Zirkzee doing his bits. Højlund having a great next season. And everything going forward for Manchester United, making the Champions League. I don't think we've got any chance of winning the title at all. I don't. And I think everyone at United is realistic in that as well. Don't go down the road of thinking what's come out and Sir Jim Ratcliffe not bothered about making top 4 being a definite. That's a load of crap. It definitely is a load of crap. They need Champions League football. Let me know about all of the topics that we talked about. United waiting it out for Ugarte and De Ligt till the end of the window. Putting pieces in place for future buys like Branthwaite possibly, and the little deals behind the scenes there. Wilcox's work with Obi Martin. Obviously, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Dumfries. Do you actually like Dumfries? Let me know on that one as well. And Man United actually having a plan B. Is that more impressive than anything else? Get your comments in below, guys. Thank you for tuning into the premiere. If you have been in the live chats, thank you. I appreciate you all as always. Make sure you please give the video a like and make sure that you do subscribe to Forever United TV, bringing you all your Manchester United content for free. So just subscribe. It's as simple as that, guys. Have a fantastic evening. I'll see you all in the morning. I may have a glass of orange on the beachfront, but I'll always be bringing you your content. I'll stay looking at everything as the next few days go on. Guys, loved it. Thank you. I'll speak to you all in the morning.